Hi all, in this video I will use Newton-Raphson method to find the roots of the equation f of x equal to 0 using the iteration formula xn plus 1 equal to xn minus f of xn by f dash of xn. Problem 1. Using Newton's method, find a root of the equation x cube plus x minus 1 equal to 0. You can use calculator to obtain the roots of this equation, but here we use Newton's method to obtain the root. Since it is a cubic equation, we get 3 different roots, but in this method we will get only one root of the equation. Let us choose f of x as x cube plus x minus 1. To obtain the location of the root, we use trial and error method. Put x equal to 0. F of 0 is negative. Put x equal to 1. F of 1 is positive. Since there is change in sign, the root lies between 0 and 1. It is not necessary that you have to start by putting x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, etc. You can also incorporate negative values. You can take x equal to minus 1, x equal to minus 2, x equal to minus 3 and so on. But here in this problem I am starting by putting x equal to 0. Since there is change in sign, we have obtained the location of the root, that is 0, 1. Take the midpoint of this interval as the initial root. So here 0.5 is the initial root. Use the Newton iterative formula x1, which is x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. And f of x is x cube plus x minus 1. F dash of x is derivative 3x square plus 1. Now put x0 in these two formulas. You will get f of x0 and f dash of x0. You can put x0 in our equation. Now this is our equation. After using calculator, you get the answer as 0.714285. Okay, now this is our x1. To obtain x2, again use the formula x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1. Okay, put the value again in this equation. Use calculator, you will get x2. You have to repeat this procedure to find x3. x3 is x2 minus f of x2 by f dash of x2. x4 is x3 minus f of x3 by f dash of x3. You have to go on repeating this until you get the same answer. Here x4 and x5 are same, therefore we conclude this is our root of the equation. Since it is a tedious job for us to each and every time type the different values of x and then use calculator, I will tell you an easy method to use calculator. Now type the right hand side of the equation. X minus f of x by f dash of x. This is your calculator. Press alpha, bracket, you will get x. Now press minus, fraction, you will get this. Type your equations here. That is numerator is f of x and denominator is f dash of x. You will get this equation. Once you get this equation, press calc. So the calculator will ask you what is the value of x. You have to put initial root. In this problem, our initial root is 0.5. Press 0.5 and equal to. Okay. Immediately the calculator will give you our first iteration. Now this is our x1. Now using this we are finding x2. Press calc answer equal to. You will get second iteration. Repeat the process. Press calc answer equal to. You will get third iteration. Press calc answer equal to. You will get fourth iteration. Press calc answer equal to. You will get fifth iteration. You can observe that fourth iteration and fifth iteration both are same. Therefore, you can stop your process here. Now this is our root. Problem 2. Find the positive solution of 2 sin x equal to x. Now let us find our f of x, which is 2 sin x minus x. Since we are solving trigonometric problems, make sure you put your calculator in radian mode, because here the value of x are numbers, they are not degrees. Now after putting in radian mode, I have to use trial and error method to obtain the location of the root. You can start by putting x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2. When you put x equal to 0, 2 sin 0 minus 0, which is equal to 0. It is already a root of a equation. But the question is find the positive solution. Therefore, I will start by putting x equal to 1. So, f of 1 is positive, f of 2 is negative. There is change in sign. Therefore, our root lies between 1 and 2. This is our location. Take the midpoint as x0. Write the formula for x1. You can solve this manually, but I am going to use alternate method to find the values of x1, x2, x3, x4. For that, I am going to type the right hand side of the equation, that is x minus f of x by f dash of x. Press calc. It will ask you what is the initial root. You know our initial root is 1.5. Repeat these steps, you will get x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. You can stop when you get same answer. Third question, find the positive solution of cos x plus 1 equal to 3x using Newton-Raphson method. Correct to 4 decimal places accuracy. Again we have a trigonometric problem. Put your calculator in radian mode. Our f of x is cos x plus 1 minus 3x. Okay, you can start by putting different values of x. I am putting x equal to 0 because it is not a root of this equation. When you put x equal to 0, f of 0 is positive. When you put x equal to 1, f of 1 is negative. There is change in sign, therefore the location of the root is 0, 1. Take the midpoint as the initial root, so 0.5 is the initial root. Now our x1 is x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. You can proceed this manually, but I am going to use the alternative method, that is type the right hand side of the equation in calculator, x minus f of x by f dash of x. Press calc, it will ask you the initial root. Our initial root is 0.5. Repeat these steps. You will get x1, x2, x3, x4. Since x3 and x4 are same, stop here. Fourth question, using NR method find an approximate root of the equation x log x base 10 minus 1.2 equal to 0. Our f of x is x log x base 10 minus 1.2. But you should make a note that we have to find the location of the root. You can start by putting x equal to 0, x equal to 1, etc. Okay, but we know our logarithmic functions are not defined when x equal to 0 and when x are negative. So I will start by putting x equal to 1. So when you put x equal to 1, f of 1 is negative, f of 2 is negative, f of 3 is positive. See, make sure you use the function log base 10 in your calculator instead of natural logarithm. Okay, otherwise you will end up with wrong answers. Since we have change in sign, our root lies between 2 and 3. x0 is the midpoint of this, 2.5. Okay, this is our formula for x1. We need the first derivative. Our f of x is this. To find the first derivative, we have to use product rule. But we know that differentiation of log x base e is 1 by x. This you have studied. But differentiation of log x base 10 is 1 by x log 10 base e. Make sure you remember this derivative. Okay, let us use product rule. F dash of x. Using product rule, we get this. Cancel x and x. And 1 by log 10 base e is 0.4343 using natural logarithm. So this is our f dash of x and this is our f of x. Okay, you can type these in your equation. Okay, like I said, I am using alternative method. So type the right hand side, x minus f of x by f dash of x. Press calc, it will ask you what is the initial root. Here our initial root is 2.5, and then repeat these steps. You will get all the iterations. Stop when you get the same answer. Problem 5. Use Newton-Raphson method to derive an iterative formula to find cube root of n and hence find cube root of 41. Here there are two questions. First we have to obtain the formula for finding cube root of n. Next use that formula to find cube root of 41 by replacing capital N as 41. Okay. Now let us first obtain the equation for this. Let us take x as cube root of 41. Cubing on both sides, we get x cube equal to n. Bring this n to the left hand side. So x cube minus n equal to 0. We got our f of x. Find f dash of x. Write the general formula for Newton's formula. In this general formula, you have to write f of xn and f dash of xn by replacing x as xn in these two functions. Okay, and then simplify by using LCM. You will get the simplest formula. Now this is our formula to finding cube root of n. We have finished the first part of our problem. To solve the second part, let us take capital N as 41 in this formula. Okay, now this is our iterative formula to finding cube root of 41. To find the location of the root, f of x is x cube minus 41. Let us put different values of x to find out location. Take x as 0, negative, x is 1 also negative, x is 2 also negative, f of 3 also negative, but f of 4 is positive. So there is change in sign in 3 and 4. Therefore, the location of the root is 3, 4. Let us take the midpoint as the initial root. 3.5 is the initial root. So x1 is this formula. Like I said, I am using alternative method. Type the right hand side of the equation, 2x cube plus 41 by 3x square. Press calc. It will ask you what is the value of x. Take the initial root, 3.5. Repeat these steps. So you will get the different values of x. Stop until you get the same answer. Errors in numerical methods. The round off error is an error which is caused by chopping, that is discarding all the digits from some decimal, or it is caused due to rounding. Now these are the rules. Rounding off rule. To round a number x to k decimal places, add 5 into 10 raised to minus k plus 1 to our original number and then chop the digits after the k plus 1th digit. So this is some example. I am going to round this number to 2 decimals, 3 decimal, 4 decimal and 5 decimal. To 2 decimals, that means k is 2. So add the number 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 plus 1, that is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 to our original number. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 is this. I am going to add this to our original number. Okay, after adding I got this. Now I am going to chop off the digits. How can you chop off the digit? You have to chop off the digits from k plus 1 digit onwards. You can chop off by subtracting 0.00. K plus 1 means third digit. So from here I have to chop off. Okay, so subtract the number 0.0095621 to our number which we have obtained just now. So you will get the approximated round off value up to 2 digits. This is the answer. You can repeat the steps for 3 decimals, 4 decimals and 5 decimals. I hope you have understood this. These are some different types of errors. Approximation errors, which is obtained by approximating, round off errors, experimental errors, and truncating errors caused by truncating, that is breaking off or chopping off the remaining part of the decimals. If you replace Taylor series with the sum of its first few terms, we get truncating errors. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.